Just imagine, you're having your regular day working in a restaurant and all of a sudden your favorite actor comes in and orders a coffee. This resembles a plot of some 90s rom-com rather than a real-life scenario, right? What if we tell you these fairy tale-like stories happened with some of your favorite actors? Subscribe to Rumour Juice, get comfortable, and learn about the celebrities who married their fans. Patrick Dempsey. Younger audiences probably know him as Derek Shepherd from Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, folks, let's get started.
But let's not forget that Patrick Dempsey got quite famous already in the 80s. He starred in numerous films and TV productions.
Chris and I, well, I guess you'd call it a love-hate relationship.
This story happened in the mid-1990s. Gillian Fink was working in a Los Angeles salon, and when she saw Dempsey's name in her appointment book, she thought it was a prank. She recalls, "I was shocked when he came in for an appointment, but at the same time, I was happy because he was so cute." Both were in other relationships at the time, but after 3 years of haircuts, he caught wind that she was single and finally asked her out. From that point, things moved rather quickly. 3 months after their first date, they moved in together and soon got married. Their relationships have had their ups and downs. Fink filed for divorce in 2015, but the couple reconciled for the sake of their love and their 3 children.
You know, the most important thing in my life is my family and my kids and my wife.
After that incident, Dempsey and Fink agreed that their marriage had a, quote, new beginning. The actor said, "Our union has to be the priority. I wasn't prepared to give up on her, and she wasn't either. We both wanted to fight for it." Tom Cruise. According to her own confessions, Katie Holmes has had a crush on Tom since she was 15. The young actress used to tell her Dawson's Creek castmates about her obsession with the Hollywood A-lister. Holmes literally knew everything about the Top Gun star. In 2004, she even told 17 magazine that she used to think she was going to marry Cruise. It was just a short time later that Holmes got her wish and started dating her teenage crush.
Something happened to you.
I'm in love. I'm in love.
The two got engaged in 2005 and welcomed their daughter Suri a year later. We doubt, however, that her dream involved divorce and custody battles, but this is exactly what happened to Katie in real life. Cruise didn't expect his fairy tale to end like this either. He confessed in an interview sometime later that he had no clue Holmes was planning to file for divorce. To be 50 and to have experiences and to think you have a grip on everything, and then it hits you. This is it, what life can do to you. Matt Damon. Matt Damon and Argentinian-born Luciana Barroso aren't your typical Hollywood couple. For Matt, who thought that he would never come across his soulmate, it was a series of lucky events that led to his meeting with Barroso. It was the year 2003. Damon was in Miami shooting Stuck on You. He ended up at a bar where his future wife was the bartender, and he instantly spotted her across the crowded room. But their first encounter wasn't smooth. Even though they instantly connected, guess what happened? Everyone recognized Damon and started asking for pictures and autographs. Luciana recalls, "And then it got kind of aggressive because people are drinking and stuff, and so we came and hid behind my bar." Having a super busy day, Luciana challenged Matt to help her out. Damon, who had trained as a bartender for a film years before, started making drinks. Of course, everyone else wanted to see the Hollywood star mix drinks, and it eventually turned into a fun night. Matt and Luciana married in 2005 and have been having fun since then, together with their 4 kids.
I mean, you guys have been together for a while and you have 4 kids, and how do you keep it going, you think?
I don't know, it's probably because of her, you know.
Kevin Bacon. They remain one of the most enduring couples in Hollywood. They are both recognized and respected actors, but be sure we will surprise you with how it all started. Kyra Sedgwick first met Kevin Bacon when she was only 12. She had just seen the actor perform in the matinee of a play he was doing, and she immediately liked him. As Bacon explained, a little girl was in there who had just seen the matinee, and her brother said, "You like that actor, go tell him you liked him," and it was Kyra. Kevin was 8 years older, and thankfully they didn't start dating until they met again on the set of Lemon Sky in 1988.
I was, just immediately in love with her, and she was immediately put off by me.
The two have been inseparable since then. Lisa Bonet. It was long before the Game of Thrones and Aquaman, and even before his teenage years when Jason Momoa decided that actress Lisa Bonet was the perfect woman for him. He saw her on The Cosby Show and instantly fell in love, aged just 8.
Ever since I was like 8 years old and I saw her on the TV, and I was like, Mommy, I want that one.
Lisa was 11 years older than him, and, well, who takes childhood crushes seriously after all? But the actual meeting did happen, just way later. It happened at a jazz club. Even years after seeing his crush on TV, Momoa in his late 20s felt the same way about her. He recalls, "I literally turned around and I see her, and she goes, you know, I'm Lisa. And I turned around to my friend and I was like, ah! I had fireworks going off inside, man." Lisa drove him home. They made a stop at a coffee shop.
Yeah, and she ordered a Guinness, and that was it.
Because you love Guinness, right? You're drinking Guinness tonight.
She ordered a Guinness. Yeah, Guinness, and then I ordered grits, and we had Guinness and grits, and the rest was history.
It just happened.
Oh.
And that was it. Now, not only for Jason, but for Lisa as well. Any need to mention they lived happily ever after? Nicolas Cage.
Okay, let's run.
By the time the Leaving Las Vegas star met Alice Kim, he had already been married and divorced twice. Kim was just 19, and she worked as a cocktail waitress at a Korean-themed restaurant in Los Angeles. Imagine the situation. You're at work, and one of your favorite actors comes in for a bite. This is exactly what happened to Kim one of those days in 2004. Despite their 20-year age gap, the waitress and the Oscar-winning actor clicked immediately and soon started dating and got married. The two spent 11 happy years together before separating in 2016. They were also parents to a wonderful boy. However, for Cage, who was 54, their split came as a shock. He confessed in his interview with The Guardian, "I definitely didn't see it coming, and those feelings had to go somewhere, so they went into the performance." It was the third marriage for the Hollywood A-lister, who said he didn't even count the previous two. His bond with the girl who used to be his fan was the only meaningful connection for Cage. He married again in 2019, only to file for annulment 4 days later. John Travolta. As John Travolta and his family mourn the recent passing of his incredible wife Kelly Preston, who lost the battle with breast cancer, we want to pay tribute to Kelly by recalling their first meeting. Kelly was a fan of the actor's work long before they met. When Travolta saw Preston for the first time at a screen test for The Experts, she was married to fellow actor Kevin Gage. However, according to Travolta, when she entered the room, it was an immediate chemistry. Preston's rocky marriage engendered a closeness with Travolta that would serve as the foundation for their romantic relationship that started several years later. The two married in 1991 and had been through a lot of ups and downs together. The most horrifying period in their lives was when the couple lost their 16-year-old son, Jet Travolta. The teenager, who at an early age was diagnosed with a poorly understood syndrome, had a seizure and hit his head on the bath. All the attempts to revive him were unsuccessful.
We had a very full life, my son and I, 16 years. But, you plan on a life that's a lot longer for your child, and you always intend to go first.
The actor described the death of his son as, quote, "the worst thing that's ever happened in my life," and now John has to deal with another loss. Paying tribute to Preston, who passed away at the age of 57, Travolta thanked the doctors and everyone who was there to support Kelly while she was fighting the courageous battle with cancer. Christian Bale. This Hollywood heartthrob had given up on marriage after growing up in a family full of failed marriages. He even went on record to say he never planned to get married at all. But that had been before he met Sibby, the personal assistant who was working with Winona Ryder in 2000. He was 26, she was 30. And just like that, all of a sudden, the idea of a long-term commitment started making sense to Bale. That was 20 years ago. Christian is a happy father of 2 and is still madly in love with his wife. Bale, who rarely speaks about his family issues, says that Sibby terrifies him in a good way. She's probably the most strong woman I've ever come across in my life. That's all for today. Did you know any of these amazing stories of celebrities who married their fans? As always, we are eager to see your opinion in the comment section below, and do tell us which topic we should cover next. Behind the scenes dramas of your favorite shows? Why did this seemingly perfect couple break up? How come this Hollywood hottie is still alone? Who holds the title of the most fan-friendly celebrity? Make your voice heard, and we at Rumour Juice will make sure you are never bored. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to tell your friends how cool we are.